To M. Dostoyevsky, Petersburg, November 16th, 1845. Dear brother, I'm writing this in haste, especially because I'm not at all rich in time. I still haven't finished with Golyadkin, and I absolutely must finish him off by the 25th. You haven't answered my letters for a long time, and I was beginning to become very much worried about you. Write more often. Your excuse about having no time is just plain nonsense. It doesn't take much time. Provincial laziness is ruining you, my dear fellow, in the prime of your life, and that's that. Well, let me tell you, brother, I don't believe that my fame will ever surpass the height it has now attained. Everywhere I am treated with incredible respect, and people are terribly curious about me. I've come to know a slew of the most respectable people. Prince Dostoyevsky is begging me to honor him with a visit, and Count Sologub is tearing out his hair in despair. Panayev announced to him that he had found a talent that would bury them all in the mud. Sologub went running all around to everybody, and when he dropped in on Krayevsky, he asked him abruptly, "Who is this Dostoyevsky? Where can I get a hold of Dostoyevsky?" Krayevsky, who doesn't care a straw about anyone and cuts everyone down to size, retorted that Dostoyevsky does not wish to honor you with a visit. And that is the truth. The miserable little aristocrat has got up on his high horse now and imagined that he is going to annihilate me with his condescending kindness. Everyone considers me a phenomenon. I cannot even open my mouth without people repeating in every corner that Dostoyevsky has said this or that. Dostoyevsky intends to do this or that. Belinsky could not be fonder of me. A few days ago, the poet Turgenev, you surely have heard of him, returned from Paris and right away showed me such friendship and affection that Belinsky is persuaded he has fallen in love with me. But what a man he is, brother. I almost fell in love with him myself. He is a poet, a man of talent, an aristocrat. Handsome, wealthy, intelligent, cultured, 25 years old. I doubt that nature has refused him anything, and finally his character is unstintingly straightforward, beautiful, formed in a good school. Read his novella, Andrei Kolosovov, in Notes of the Fatherland. It is he himself, although he had no intention of putting himself on display in it. When it comes to money, I still don't have much, although I'm not really hard up. In the meantime, Nekrasov has been trying to launch Jester, a charming satirical miscellany. I wrote the announcement for it, and it caused quite a sensation because the miscellany is the first of its kind when it comes to lightness and humor. It reminded me of the first feuilleton of Lucien de Rubempré. My announcement has already been published in Notes of the Fatherland in the random news column. I charged 20 silver rubles for it. Then a few days ago, having no money, I went to see Nekrasov. As I was sitting with him, I conceived the idea of a novel in 9 letters. When I got back home, I wrote the whole novel in one night. It is 1/2 a printer sheet long. In the morning, I took it to Nekrasov, and he gave me 125 paper rubles for it, i.e., a printer sheet of mine is worth 250 rubles to Jester. In the evening, my novel was read at Turgenev's before at least 20 members of our group, and it caused a furor. It will appear in the first issue of Jester. I'll send it to you toward December 1st, and you'll judge for yourself whether it is worse than, say, Gogol's lawsuit. Belinsky told me that he was now absolutely certain of me because I can take on completely different assignments. When recently, Krayevsky heard that I had no money, he begged me humbly to allow him to lend me 500 rubles. I suppose I'll be selling to him at 200 rubles per printer sheet. I have an overflowing well of ideas, but I cannot talk about them to anybody, even say to Turgenev. On the next day it will be known in every corner of Petersburg that Dostoyevsky is writing such and such things. Well, brother, if I attempted to enumerate all my achievements here, I shouldn't have enough paper. I believe that I'll have money. Golyadkin is coming off splendidly. It will be my chef d'oeuvre. Yesterday, I went to see Panayev for the first time, and I think I've fallen in love with his wife. She's intelligent and pretty, and what's more, she's incredibly amiable and straightforward. I'm having a very gay time. Our group is very large. But I have been writing only about myself all this time. Forgive me, my dear friend. Let me tell you frankly, I am almost drunk with my fame right now. I'll send you Jester with my next letter. Belinsky says that I am cheapening myself by having my articles published in Jester. Farewell, my boy. I wish you happiness. I congratulate you on your promotion. I kiss Amelia Fyodorovna's hands and kiss your children. How are they? Yours, Dostoyevsky. Belinsky is guarding me from would-be managers. I have reread my letter and I have discovered that I am 1, illiterate, and 2, a braggart. Goodbye, for heaven's sake, write. Our Schiller will certainly turn out all right. Belinsky is encouraging the publication of a full edition. I feel that in time we'll be able to sell it at a good price, perhaps to Nekrasov, for instance. Goodbye. The Minnas, the Claras, the Marianas, etc. have grown so much prettier that it's hard to believe. But they cost a frightful lot of money. A few days ago, Turgenev and Belinsky gave me hell for my disorderly life. These gentlemen don't know how to show their affection. They are all, to the last man, in love with me. My debts are still at the same point. And now the footnotes. Prince Vladimir Fyodorovich Dostoyevsky, 1803 to 1869, was a romantic writer and philosopher, a historian of music, and a musicologist and a prominent public figure. His main literary work was Russian Nights, 1844, a collection of novellas and short stories. The epigraph of Poor Folk was drawn from Dostoyevsky's story The Martingale, which was published in the same issue of Petersburg Miscellany as Dostoyevsky's novel. Ivan Ivanovich Peneyev, 1812 to 1862, was a short story writer and, beginning in 1847, a co-editor of The Contemporary. His column, The New Poet, offered witty comments on current events. His wife, Yevdokia Yakovlevna Golovachova Peneyeva, 1820 to 1893, was also a writer, contributing novels and stories to The Contemporary under the pen name of N. Stanitsky, and co-authoring several novels with Nekrasov that enjoyed considerable success. Lucien de Rubempre is the main character in Balzac's Illusions Perdues, Lost Illusions, a writer whose first feuilleton brought him immediate fame. Dostoevsky's novel in 9 letters was published in The Contemporary in 1847. Quote, "Our group," end of quote, is an allusion to the group of writers that had formed around Belinsky: Turgenev, Nekrasov, Goncharov, Peneyev, Grigorovich, and others. Quote, "The Minnas, the Claras, the Marianas, etc., end of quote, were evidently, quote, ladies of the evening, end of quote, who in Russia took German and French names."